It's really great.
Just a touch of your love is enough to knock me off of my feet. Oh, just a touch of your love, just a touch of your love.
I needed to film because I have not made a video in like a month. Harley is right here. Wake up. I don't know what's wrong with this. So, when was this? Thursday, I took Harley to school. Like I usually do. Okay, this is gonna bother me. I took him to school like I usually do most every day. And it was going steady the whole day. And then I got to my 6th hour, which is my last hour class. And we had a sub because our teacher was in a meeting. So, you know, subs usually look at him weird and they just kind of go on with their business. So, you know, I was like, okay. Because he kind of looked at him and I was like, I smiled. And then I went to my seat and continued to get my computer out and my books and all the things I needed for class. And Harley, so our desks are lined up in like a row, then another row, but the back row's against the wall. So there's like 2 like rows of desks. And I sit on the front and the outside of the row. So Harley sits out in front of me because there's a big space in the classroom and that's where me and my teacher agreed he would do okay. And so he's kind of out there, so like you have to watch for him because you could like potentially step on him. But that's like his last hour, so I kind of let him stretch out and be a dog, you know? But so the sub comes over and he's like, can I pet him? And I let people pet Harley because Harley does not need to be on immediate like watch for me every like second of the day. And I let people pet him because if he was in this situation, I would want to pet the dog. So I just understand that. So usually people will give him a few pets and then they will continue on what they're doing because we're at school and we have work to do. And most people understand that now that I've taken it for so long. So this sub gives Harley a few pets and he looks at me and he's like, oh yeah, because some dogs can't be pet. And I was like, oh yeah, I let Harley get pet. He loves the attention. No, I was just being friendly like I usually am. I'm not very strict on how people pet him. I usually say avoid his head because he kind of gets a little nervous when people go over his head. So he pet him and then the sub walked away. So I didn't think anything of it. And then a few like minutes later, like I'm all logged in to my computer, he comes back, but with a stool, and he places the stool next to Harley. So I'm kind of like, what? So he's placing the stool next to her, and then he continues to pet Harley, and Harley is all laid out, so he continues to pull. He pulls on Harley's leash, and he like kind of tries to lift him up so he doesn't have to bend over the stool. So me and my friends are like looking at him. We're like, what is he doing? And mind, these people who I sit around, like, they aren't even like my close like #1 friends, and they were even like, what is going on? So I watched him for a little bit longer and he continued to do it. But I didn't speak out about it because I thought that I would give him the chance to stop before I'd say something, because even though I've had Harley for a long time, I do have trouble talking to adults about not petting him because, I don't know, I was just taught to respect adults and it feels disrespectful when I say something like that. So he went away. So I was like, okay, he left the stool there. Harley kind of laid out again, stayed where he was. He wasn't really paying that much attention. And then the sub came back and he continued to he started taking pictures of Harley. And I don't care, you can take pictures of him. I take pictures of people's dogs, but I just thought he should have asked, and I don't know, he didn't tell me why I was taking pictures. I don't think he knew I saw him taking pictures. So that's when I pulled out my phone and started recording, because at this point he was fully on distracting Harley. And I didn't say anything for the purpose of I wanted to get a video so I could make this video, but also because I still have that issue of talking to adults. So I'm gonna play some of the clips because So after he took the pictures, he just tried to keep petting him, and then he left and he took the stool away. And occasionally he would come by and pet Harley again. So I was like, okay, But after he left with the stool, Harley came and got behind my desk. So I was like, why are, like, something's wrong if my dog is running from you, because he likes people. Like, that's his downfall as a service dog, because he loves people so much. So you've obviously bothered my dog to the part where he knows he's not supposed to be getting distracted, and he's come behind me. Maybe he sensed some of my anxiety with the whole situation, but he came and sat behind my desk, which I also show pictures of, because I was kind of like astonished. I was like, why are you hiding, Harley? So then at the end of class, fast forward, we're putting everything in my bag, my computer, my books, everything. Harley's still behind my desk, but I come out, so Harley comes out, and then the man picks up Harley's leash and kind of pulls him over to him to give him like another pet. Harley kind of like ducks his head and comes by me again, and the man hands me the leash and he's like, it's a really nice leash, because I have Harley's leather leash because it's what he used to train. And I was like, yeah, thanks. He's like, I love black labs. And I'm like, me too, that's why I have one. So it's not really like a big thing. I just thought it was quite odd and kind of creepy. Like, I didn't know, like, yeah, you don't see service dogs in schools, like, everywhere. But I just think, ask before you take pictures of, like, my dog when he's working. Because, like, if you're doing it from afar, when you're holding the flash, like, right in his face, like, that's distracting. And, yeah, that's really my whole story. So then I went around telling everyone, I was like, the sub is messing with Harley. But thank you, welcome. I mean, thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Harley's still he's a little shell shocked. But yeah, that's really all that I had. So bye. I need to be consistent.